Hello everybody, it is I, Fork, once again, returning to my Resident Evil Guide series. Today, we will be covering Resident Evil 3. Yay! Woo. So, this one is going to be the first of two guides. This one is just going to be a casual, standard S-rank run on the Inferno difficulty. So what I mean by that is we're going to use a few shop items. I will not be using any of those infinite weapons, so that's just not for me. Instead, I will just show you once we go into the shop. So I will be using these iron defense coins, these assault coins, some extra inventory space to carry these four, so 4 extra slots to carry these 4 things. So I'm still going to kind of be running with standard inventory space and just the Samurai's Edge. That's it. So if you're new, which is the point of this, or newish, a little uncomfortable, highly recommend at least using the iron defense coins if anything, as it's going to make it a little more forgiving, especially if it's your first time doing Inferno. So let's just go ahead and we will get into the game. So in order to unlock Inferno, you've had to have completed it on Hardcore and Nightmare at least one time, regardless of whatever your rank was. Now switching to Nightmare, I'm going to show this real quick. Enemies and items appear in different locations. This is essentially like turning the game into a bit of a B run. The items in question stuff are still going to be on Nightmare, and Inferno are going to be the same. Hardcore, Standard, and Assisted is going to be the same for those three, different for these two. So that's just the key difference for that. Requirements for an S rank, 2 hours to complete. Only can save 5 times. There was no auto-saving in Inferno. And you're going to have fewer typewriters and item boxes and stuff. Jumping right into it. So, shop items, great to use, especially the first time you're going through this. I'm only going to use the very basic ones that I think the only ones you will need. Maybe not need, but maybe you want to use your first times going through this. As Nightmare mode may, I'm doing this in air quotes, prepare you for Inferno. It will prepare you in the sense that you're going to have a familiarity of where things are going to be at, but not so much in the sense of how enemies behave. They quite intense. So the first thing I want to talk about while we're getting through this whole intro is the whole intro is the exact same at all the runs except for one spot, which I will point out when we get to. For now, I'm going to talk about this thing called adjusted difficulty, or adjustment difficulty, AD for short. Now, every single Resident Evil game has this. And every single Resident Evil difficulty has a standard fixed difficulty. What I mean by that is this is how hard the game's going to be at the start. Now, AD is an algorithm that the game uses to adjust that said difficulty based on you as a player. Meaning, the better you're performing, so lots of headshots, not taking any damage, a lot of quick dodges being performed, like perfect dodges and things like that, is all going to scale your AD up. Taking damage is going to scale your AD down. What it's trying to do is it's trying to match you as a player. It's trying to keep the game as relevant to you as a player as possible to keep the challenge there.
Over here!
Brad,
You okay?
what was that thing?
Damned if I know.
I had to take a drink there.
How'd this all
So this is
happen
good and bad.
fast?
So
I don't know.
if you're doing really well in the first half of this game, and suddenly you reach the second half, you start noticing, man, I'm getting hit a lot. I'm not able to avoid things as much. Things are tough to kill. It just means your AD has gone up a lot.
Hey, wait!
But don't worry, if it's too high for you,
We could be dreaming.
uh,
This many people being
the
infected.
parts you're struggling with, like killing stuff and taking damage from mods because they're just too tough for you, it's going to lower it back down to a point where it's not going to be doing that for you anymore. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I'm going to pause it right here, because right here there's going to be a zombie. You can't really see his head anymore. That's the one new thing when going into Inferno and Nightmare mode playthroughs. So he's going to do two things, two different outcomes. One is he's going to walk out and completely block you. That's more unlikely of the scenarios, and I hope you don't get that one. Just try to quick dodge on his right side. If he grabs you, it's okay as long as you get out of the prompt, like whatever your prompt button is to break free from the hold, or when it puts you in caution. You'll be fine. So I just hope that's not the one you get. And this guy in the bus, if you're too slow, can get you from behind. So try to dodge him like that. Always dodge on the right.
Parking garage.
As I've tested this, I've never been able to successfully quick dodge his left. I don't know why,
Are you alright?
just for some reason it doesn't work.
Don't come any closer!
Hey, come on. There's a helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
What safety? I'm not going out
So
there!
I just performed a perfect
The
dodge
parking
right there.
garage isn't
My
far.
AD has officially gone up slightly. I picked up some ammo. My AD has now gone up slightly. That's how it works. Okay. Don't put that ammo you just got into the handgun to start with. There's that little jump scare. Okay. Oh, I'll get to the ammo part in a second. Two zombies coming out here. This guy is going to be a crawler. The second one we need to worry about. 2 steps back, dodge his left.
Shit.
Now, you just saw what happened there. I'm going to explain that real quick since that just happened. The reason I did 2 steps back is I wanted to give myself slightly more room in case he did a 180 and second lunge at me, which you saw he did, and he almost got me. Very important. The general consensus in Inferno is whenever you execute a perfect dodge, quick step again right after it. Because they could 180 like that. Don't quick step right after. They can just grab you from behind. And if they grab you from behind, they do significantly more damage than if they were to grab you from the front. Okay. Back to why I did not load the ammo into this gun. Is the Samurai's Edge pistol is going to be in the item box. I want to save the 7 shots for that handgun instead of this one I'm never going to use.
Nothing. I've never seen anything like it. But it's
Okay.
no zombie. It knows what it
If we
wants.
get through
and
all
won't
this
stop till it
talking
gets
with
it.
Carlos.
Don't you like that in a man?
No thanks. He's all yours.
Listen,
Take a drink real
promise you're in
quick.
good hands. I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service. UBCS for short.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys are the ones who caused all of this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about?
So Carlos right here,
You don't have to trust me. But I'm going to the shelter.
you get in front of him.
Come in.
Get in front of him
It's this way.
and try your best. It's pretty hard to use him to push you. He's always going to naturally try to shove you out of the way doing that, so you got to try and stay in center of him as best you can,
Okay, first things first.
just to
We need
get
to
by
get
that
you geared up.
whole part of this a little bit quicker.
Head up to street level.
It's just a few
Find
seconds.
supplies there.
All right.
Alright, so now we're coming up on a little bit of difference from hardcore into the Inferno is
Joe,
we're going to get different items right up here.
topside yet?
Working on it.
These
So what's
radio
the plan?
calls
The old
are
tag's
classified
got
as
me clearing the
cutscenes. They do
Might be
not
in the
go
subway
against your
infrastructure
time,
back online.
so you can
And
use
how
them to
do I
your
do that?
advantage.
Let's start by
If you let them
restoring
play
power.
out to where
I'll
you
navigate
get to where you need to, you can skip them and start. Okay, so we get 1 hit pouch, and the Magnum is how we start the Inferno run and the Nightmare run. As remember on hardcore, you get gunpowder. So these are the 2 hit pouches I got from the shop store I told you about. But we don't need his heals. Store this pistol. What we will take out is these iron defense coins and assault coins. And the Samurai's Edge. Forgot to grab it. So let me show you. See how fast that closes? Very fast, which is why it's a very nice pistol. Okay. Okay. Two ways to get through this section. The first is the standard way, in which we run through, dodge this guy on his left, like right here. Run through up to the alleyway. You find a whole new cluster of zombies that weren't there before. Flashbang, run through. When you get to the end, you wait for the guy to come through the gate and lunge before you quick dodge. Always quick dodge reactively, not proactively. Like right after the lunge, you want to dodge, otherwise you'll get grabbed if you don't. Now I'm going to go show you that way to do it real fast. Okay, now that you've seen that, I'm going to show you the other way. The other way I do is the way I prefer to do it is not using the flashbang. So we're just going to run through the alleyway. So the way it works is we run straight as soon as we get by those little like boxes kind of looking on the left. Why the first time we turn around, you're going to do a sharp left around that guy. He's going to lunge, he's going to miss. And as soon as you get past him, you're going to do a sharp right and hug the right side wall of the alleyway to dodge the second guy who's going to lunge. And then when you get to the end, you wait for the guy to come through and you quick dodge right by him. So, 4 reasons why I do this way. 1, it looks damn badass when you do it this way. 2, saves a little bit of time. She was looking for that. 3, it looks damn badass doing it this way. 4, saves the flashbang, so we have it when we need for a different scenario. But keep in mind, do not make an attempt to pick up the flashbang if you're going to do it this way. Also, if you attempt this way but you get grabbed by the second zombie, you're fine with these defense coins. It'll only put you in caution, so don't worry about it. If you get grabbed, you'll knock them off and you just finish it, the run through like you normally would. You'll be fine. Okay, so here we go. As soon as you get by these boxes, left, right, dodge. There we go. It looks kind of scary, but you'll get through. I like to put 1 round in that guy. The reason is just so I can drop him right away when he comes at us. So if you walked right here, it'll start the cutscene. The reason I like to do it this way is to use his barrel to block this guy if he lunges. It gives you more time to react than if I were to just be right here. So and go ahead and shoot him. Dodge that guy. Now, you do not have to dodge that guy if you don't want to. With the assault coins and Samurai's Edge, you can just drop him with a pistol in a couple of shots. But keep in mind that we didn't kill him. He's still going to be there. Tightrope, you won't wake these guys up. Forgot to mention, the reason we're going right first is if you try to go in a cafe, it's going to activate all those guys on the ground, and it's going to be a zombie in the cafe literally right on the other side of the doors blocking you. And it's just going to cause you a lot of problems. So just go this way. Okay. There's going to be a gunpowder right here. We should just go ahead and combine these and get a little extra handgun ammo. Okay. Now, for those who played hardcore know there would be a zombie here. It's not here on Inferno. Pick up some ammo. Have you magnum out. Get ready. Dodge that lady. As soon as she comes into sight, that's when you want to dodge because she's just going to lunge right away. Line up the shot. So we can just drop both of those. I like to use the magnum because it hits both of them. This guy, right side, far right, quick step as soon as he activates, you'll dodge him. And we come in here for supplies, but mostly because one of the fancy boxes is in here, and some extra handgun ammo. Now, if this guy grabbed you, he would got your ankle, you'd be fine. You can just use his green herb he got to heal. But he's going to animate differently, meaning he will follow you in here and he'll be like right here. Only if he got you, like when he bit you. If he didn't, he's going to be right here. As you can see, I did a perfect dodge, but he 180'd, so that's why I quick step again, so he didn't grab me. There's a grenade right here. Couldn't grab it. And we're going to grab the fire hose, which is right here. Now leave. Just ignore the face huggers. That's what I call those things. The shotgun is in there, and we will be getting it, but just not this point. So look left to make sure that big fat guy who ran by moments ago is anyway. I've never actually seen him, but I'm assuming there is a possibility that he might show up at some point in a just random. So here's the guy I talked about who's blocking. Go ahead and kill him. Okay. Here comes the random spot. All those zombies we passed that I said weren't active are now active. They are when we go outside here. The way they are clumped out here, anybody's guess. I've seen so many combinations, I could not tell you which one. There was a slight possibility one is going to be right outside the door, and as soon as you go through, he's going to lunge at you. What I try to do here is I shoot the generator sparking thing on the left to try and stun as many of them as possible and weave my way through. So let's just see what happens here. So we got a pretty good clump there. Sometimes only like 3 or 4 of them are going to get stunned by that generator. But as you can see, these two are now right there. I'm just going to take them out. Just drop them on the ground. If you're ever unsure a zombie is dead, you can A, shoot him again, or B, quick step over him and you'll be good. Okay. Now we're going to hit the first item box. We're going to store everything except our handgun, ammo, knife, and the coins. And this is where the cutting tool is at. The bolt cutters.
Is someone in here?
Which we will go ahead and use to open this. Alright, ignore the shotgun ammo for now. The reason I'm telling you to ignore it for now is that is going to add to your AD, and there's no reason to add to your AD unless if you don't want to. But there's some extra handgun ammo right there. Alright, so you see a whole bunch of face huggers. 4 of them to be exact. 2 plug dogs are going to come. I just like to 1, 2, 1. I just say shoot all of them. That way you don't have to try and chain dodge 4 of those tentacle things that those heads use. Alright, here. We got here, you're going to go straight down the center, and you're going to dodge on the right corner, up the stairs, dodge to the right of the fat guy. Very quickly, because there's a third zombie right after the first dodge, that if you're too slow, can get you. So, right here. And here's the second guy. Just like that. Okay. And now we're arriving at the spiders.
Smells like.
The spiders are the bane of everyone's existence in this run. And the reason I say that is, there's just so much that can go wrong in here. Now, if you're running a little low on ammo, there's some right there. I have noticed about almost all the time, there's going to be ammo in that crate. There's a little bit of randomness to these boxes, and sometimes they're going to have herbs in them instead of ammo. So you might get a green herb instead of ammunition. But we know, look, we have 77 shots, so we're not in any situation in trouble. But because we have so much ammo right now and health, these spiders AD are going to be up, meaning this is going to be a little more difficult than normal. But what can I say about the spiders? So there's a few locations that they are come out of that they always will come out of. And as every time you turn on a generator piece, like one of the 4 pieces, one is going to spawn in the wall like behind or next to the generator. There's going to be one that's like in a fixed location at the beginning, and it's going to be 1 and 2 at the fixed location towards the second half. And my throat's a little dry. Take a quick drink. Okay.
Gross.
So what I can tell you to do is to just use your ears. There he is. There was always one right here. He is always right there. The second one I shot will always be right there. The first one I shot, he might not be there for you. You just have to listen. As they will, using your ears will always tell you where one's going to come from. So we just opened this one up. One is going to spawn next to me on the left. See? I want to kill it. You don't have to kill that guy though. You can actually just skip him. I'm choosing to kill him so he doesn't show up randomly, because he might, or he might not. And there's more ammo right there. So that box always has ammo in it. That's one of the few exceptions to that. Okay. Now, you keep listening. That guy will always spawn right there. 2 are going to come right now, here.
Come on.
And here's the third one. Yeah, you're very paranoid of this section. That's like the only thing I can really tell people is to just be paranoid, because they can come from anywhere. So you just gotta listen. Okay, should be good. One's gonna spawn right behind us here in a moment.
Time to get the hell out of here.
Good. That's what I'm talking about. See, I heard him coming from behind, so I anticipated attacks by sight and quick step when you run out.
All that leaves is the main power switch.
So you don't have to go as fast as I did. Slower, and you'll be totally fine.
Carlos, it's Jill. I've restored power to the subway.
Now, we're going to deal with what I would probably say is one of the hardest sections of the game. And that is the very first Nemesis Chase.
You don't even know what building? That's helpful.
Now I'm just going to show you, again, optional if you feel like you might need it. There's extra resources right here. But see, we're full, so we don't need to worry about it. We have enough, and we can just leave that. Pick it up if you can fill it up. Go for it. Okay. here comes what I would argue is the hardest part of, probably one of the hardest parts of the game, is the very first Nemesis Chase. So he's going to come like right here from where this light is at. Now, if you time this right, if you use a quick step right as he comes through the wall, it will cancel the stagger that Jill has, so it gives you a little more distance. We'll try to do, but there's going to be a total of 4 zombies in our way. The first 2, we dodge on the left, spin around, wait for the Nemesis to get closer to the generator, shoot the generator, run forward, dodge the 3rd on the right, shoot the 4th one blocking the door. You got to be very quick here, especially after you shoot that generator. You have maybe an extra 2 seconds or so. I think 2 or 3 seconds is what it gives you. So very fast. Now this part can go very wrong very fast, especially if you get grabbed by a zombie at the beginning. That's the worst thing that can happen. If you're going to get grabbed by a zombie, hopefully it's the 3rd one, because you can recover from that. If you get grabbed from the 1st or the 2nd one, things can get dicey very quickly. So here we go. Okay, so I didn't quite do it.
Are you shitting me?
Nope, I got grabbed. So not perfect.
That thing is still alive. It's after me.
As you saw, that guy kind of 180'd me there. So I got grabbed, so I'm going to go ahead and use that herb and pick up the shotgun ammo. Okay, so we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need that. Hey, we don't need this. Okay. But we don't need that either. But what I will bring is actually this. First aid spray. Okay, now he's going to come again. Stop. Note, if you were too slow getting through right here, he's going to come from right here. Shoot this barrel. The reason I do that is to get rid of this guy. Kill this lady. Here he comes. Keep dodging him. Now, he didn't do it this time. The reason I killed those 2 zombies very quickly is because sometimes he roars when you get near the stairs. And when he roars, he stuns you, and those zombies are going to keep coming at you, and it could be long enough for them to grab you, and then all things go to hell. So, he's going to probably start running here shortly. Yeah. Just keep going. Right side here.
I think this might be the
Boom.
building.
So that wasn't perfect. That was a little kind of strange, because actually the reason I was looking at him from the back was I was anticipating him to actually accelerate and do a full sprint on me, which he never did, which is why I ended up running into a wall. But luckily he only tentacle thing me, so we're fine. What you just saw was I dodged the fat guy on the right. Now the second guy wasn't there where he's normally going to be. He's normally going to be on the stairs. We just had to do another quick step past him, but he wasn't there, so we didn't have to that time. That guy. So that guy is almost never there. I was not anticipating that. If he's there, you can either shoot him or quick dodge him like I did, but I was so off put there because normally he's all the way around the corner on the far other side.
Carlos, I'm in the control room.
So
Now.
See, I'm all messed up looking right now, but we're okay. Now we're going to solve the puzzle. So, puzzle as goes.
All right, where are we headed?
The train is south of Redstone Street.
FA2,
We need to reach Fox Park Station.
RA3,
Can you program that in?
Hey, I'm super cop.
SA2.
Consider it done.
Valid route confirmed.
Done.
Carlos, it's me.
Now that we
I
solved
finished
this
emptying the
puzzle,
subway room.
all those enemies that were previously behind us have now despawned.
Make sure the subway's ready to depart.
So that face hugger that was in a very weird spot, see, he's not there anymore. Neither was this guy. We took some damage. I'm going to get rid of this heal. Now we can grab the shotgun. Beautiful. Okay, by grabbing that shotgun though, and I'm going to leave that. Normally I would. I'm not going to leave it actually. I'm just going to show you. Now you have a first aid spray. I'm actually going to equip the shotgun here. I don't want to deal with this guy. I want him stunned. I want him stunned. Okay. All these guys are going to fall. You don't need to worry about them. Just run straight by them. Okay. I'm actually going to go to the item box. Okay. I'm going to store the stuff that I don't need. So now we no longer need the bolt cutters. They're done. I'm going to keep the lockpick though, which you'll see in a moment why. And this is why. Okay. Have your grenade equipped. And just go ahead and use it on him. Alright, and I'm going to look back at him so I can see when he gets up. Now I know I'm really far away, so he might appear right here. But he didn't. Now you grab the flashbang. He will appear right there, though. Yeah, see, now he's causing all sorts of problems for me. So that was very messy. And the reason was he was just so fast. That's why I always say that section is the roughest section of the game. I'll take out the two fancy boxes and go ahead and just head over here.
It almost.
But the good news is, in that situation, the Nemesis can work in your favor right there. As you saw,
I could get this working if I plug in the right
is
whatever it is.
he can interrupt zombies grabbing you, which he did. It wasn't the best part of the run, and I'm glad it went that way. So you can see that you don't need to be a perfect player to get through that. Alright, so now we upgrade our shotgun, which is why I did that. And now I'm going to get some more shotgun ammo. Okay. But now, we are not done with the Nemesis. As those of you who have played this game know, we're about to come up on another section right now where he's going to chase us.
I'm impressed.
We back in business?
Now on Inferno,
Yeah, mostly.
as soon as the cutscene
But we need
starts,
30 to 40 minutes
get
to
ready
finish
for him to
this.
swing at you and hit, you gotta dodge.
Come on, you creepy ass stalker! You want stars? I'll give you.
Like, like I said, you gotta dodge. I missed the second one. So you have time to do 2. I see here he comes. Go to this corner, wait for him. Shoot. He dropped a nice crate for us.
Now's my chance.
And, you know, we took some damage. We don't have any heals, but we're okay. That was not a very good Nemesis run through for me.
Carlos.
You can go ahead and skip that. Okay.
A map of the area.
No, I didn't need a map, but there's a map there if you feel like you need it, but we don't need no stinking map. We don't need no map. Okay. Now we have all that, so just bring the coins, handgun, ammo, shotgun ammo, and open up this supply crate. And it's going to give you 6 shotgun shells. I'm also a little damaged. I'm going to bring out 20 shotgun shells. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Alright, let's look at our time now. We entered the sewers at 23 minutes and 41 seconds. This is still really good time. I want to say the Nemesis part probably delayed me about 10 or so, combined with the mix-ups I did. It happens. You don't need to be perfect. I'm going to cut now to a different way to deal with the Nemesis.
You shitting me? Carlos! That thing is still alive! It's after me! Come on, you creepy ass stalker! You want stars? I'll give you stars!
now that you saw that one, that's another way you can deal with it. And it's probably the way I should have gone with. But I was thinking, hey, I could show you there's a little less hectic way to deal with it. But the RNG was not my favor in that one. Okay. Now we're back in the sewers. 23 minutes, your time is great. We are coming up on our first save, where I first save. But we're still just a little bit away from it. Okay, so, for those of you who know, the grenade launcher is in its normal spot down here. Ignore it. Much like Resident Evil 2 Claire's grenade launcher, it's just going to show up for us later. Have a grenade equipped, because 2 of these guys are going to come through. Now they're dead. There is a sewer monster right here on the other side of this waterfall. Poop fall, I guess I should call it. Note, if you back up too far, it's going to retreat back into there and reset. Also note, whenever you're shooting at a sewer monster to kill, my advice is take a shot or 2. Not 2. Take a shot, back up, take a shot, back up. Never try to continuously shoot, because if they lunge and you're in a aiming, you're dead, regardless. These defense coins do not save you. It's an instant death. See, as I said, runs back. And it's between 2 and 4 shots with the shotgun to kill those. There's usually a gunpowder there, but there's always 4 shotgun shells there to get your ammo back after that one. And then there's going to be another one that's going to appear right here. Same thing. Just go ahead and kill it.
What the fuck was that?
Flame rats. Go ahead and pick up the ammo for the grenade launcher. Right. And now we have room for one thing, so we're just going to use it on this right here. Now, if you want, I'm going to do it just so you can. You can combine this to make 3 more shotgun shells and free up 2 spots. This will allow you. Well, we didn't bring the lockpick, so this will allow you to pick up these 2 things. God, this is a standard S run, not an S plus run. Okay, once again have your shotgun equipped, as we're going to deal with another sewer monster coming out right around this corner. There he is. Kill this one. Okay. So when the mouth is open like that, very easy to do headshot damage though. Now this one, he's not doing it. So what I tried to do there, but it didn't work that time, is if you shoot them in their mouth when it's closed, you actually have a chance to stun them so they drop to the knees, and it allows you to run by that guy. Doesn't always work, but I tried it. But it's okay. So it's going to be one more sewer monster. This one we are going to kill as well. Always make sure you keep your distance. You don't want to die here to something because you got too close to one of those things. Now we come back out here, we just get our battery pack. Sewers, not quite as annoying as they were in Resident Evil 2. And you come in here, some extra inventory space. And you can grab some explosive A, which can be used to create grenade launcher rounds, and an extra high-powered gunpowder. All good stuff. Don't forget to grab the battery pack. There has been a few times I've actually run away without grabbing that. I had to come all the way back. So don't be like me. Make sure to grab that battery pack. Okay. Now we are coming up very shortly on Stage 1 Nemesis Fight. Depending on how it goes, it can either be the easiest or the second hardest of the game. The last Nemesis is a nightmare, which I will cover when we get there. Or should I say an Inferno when I cover when I get there. So he's going to be here. As you know, he's going to grab you by the head. Okay. Left side. Oh. I was slightly slow on the dodge there. It's okay. There's a heal and stuff in there, if you feel like you need it. I know I have plenty in an item box coming up, so I'm fine. Just dodge that guy's right.
I gotta get out. Quick.
So he's chasing us. Here he comes again. Okay, so now we're about to come out to the first boss. The very first boss, Nemesis Chase. So, let's talk strategy real quick. This is where one time we are going to be using the Magnum. So I'm going to go with the loadout. So, I'm going to heal real quick. Take out the Lightning Hawk, your Magnum, one grenade, and we'll keep the shotgun equipped just in case. Okay? Now I'm also going to bring out a heal just in case things don't go very well. And this is where we will make our very first save. So let's check our time. Our time is 30 minutes and 39 seconds. So it's really good where we want to be at. We are well on pace to being ahead of where our normal completion time is going to be. So if you're sitting at 30 minutes, like myself, hey, you're good to go, you're golden. Sitting at 35, still fine. Sitting at 40, you're still actually fine. Sitting at 45, guess what? You're still actually somewhat fine. If you're sitting at 50, that's when you're kind of going, maybe. Because the goal is to be done in about an hour or so from now. So if you're sitting at 50 and it took you 20 minutes longer to get here, I would recommend actually starting over and really trying to get that time down, because if it took you that long to get to here, it's nothing against you. You just need a little more practice. Just run it again. Try to get that down a little bit more. You don't need to match this time exactly. No, I mean, if you're sitting at like 40, 45, you're still good to go. Just understand that. All right. So try to get to like 45 or below, and you should be fine. Absolutely. So start with your Magnum equipped. So here's how this fight is going to go. As soon as the fight starts, you're going to shoot one shot of the Magnum into his chest to stagger him. You're going to throw the grenade, and then you're going to pull the Magnum out and you're going to shoot him in the chest again until the fire tank explodes. Then we're going to collect some items around while we wait for him to recover because you cannot do any damage to him while he's recovering. And we're going to repeat just shooting him in the heart with the magnum until he's dead. This fight should take no more than a minute. So here we go. Let's whip it out. See, he's staggered. Grenade. And now he's down. So we're going to just run around here. We're going to grab all this stuff that we might want. Wait for him.
Still kicking?
2 shots. He's dead. Just like that. That's why that fight can be so easy.
Carlos, it's Jill. Do you read me?
If you somehow messed up your shots or something and you run out of magnum ammo, you just have to start dodging him a lot. And he can be very tricky to dodge.
Good. Fuck him. What were you thinking? Turning yourself into
Okay.
bait. You could have been.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and skip that radio call and boom. Now we have one spot of really big randomness coming up here, which I'll point out when I get there. And just pause. So this guy you kind of saw wandering right here, what you see when I leave the pause screen, can be located anywhere throughout this entire spot. Ideally you want him here. Sometimes he's going to be here. If he's here, we're going to just whip out the magnum and shoot him. This way I don't have to deal with the goddamn face hugger. If he's over here, we can just run around him. But as you can see, it looks like he's going off to the right. But that could change. Which is not. Keep an eye out. Okay. One's going to drop right in front of us. There he is. Just be very quick running by him. And he won't get you. If that face hugger is in your path, one shot with a magnum will drop him. You don't need to kill him, you just need to drop him. And now we're at Kendo's. As you might recognize this gunshot from Resident Evil 2. It is the exact same one.
If you're heading to the station, take that service alley out in front of the shop, okay?
Now that we got the key, gotta run back out here, ignore them. Never been hit by any of them when going through this gate, so you don't need to worry about it. You can call me a liar in chat or the comments if you do get hit by it. And now you can just go ahead and discard this. I personally just don't want to deal with this guy. So I just blast him once with a shotgun. Same with this guy. You don't need to kill him, just need to stun him. Coming up on now the rocket launcher Nemesis. How we're going to deal with this is the pattern is left, right, run, dodge right, run. All the red laser, when it's red on your back, means he's just fired a rocket launcher. You need to move. If it's orange, it means he's locking onto you. There's going to be 2 facehuggers getting in our way. Now, there is a bit of randomness at one spot around the first corner, and that's whether or not the Nemesis, when he sprints, will sprint all the way to you and try to punch you, or sprint only around the corner and try to shoot you. If he tries to punch you, you just got to quick dodge it. Use your ears. If you hear him getting really close, know that punch is coming. If you hear him stop, it means he's going to rocket launch you. So here we go. This part can be a little annoying too. So when I say left, left, right, left, wait for it to go off. Oh, well that was very unfortunate. So that was very unfortunate. Like I said, it can be a very hectic section. Make sure you just quick step and run through this whole part right here, and you're fine.
pressure? Really?
So what I tried to do was I dodged. But what I did wrong there, and I'm going to admit I did wrong, I should have gone more to the left first to trigger that first rocket to be shot off to the left. So when I quick dodged, it wasn't locked onto my quick dodge position.
I know how to slow that fucker down. Head back towards the station.
But
And
see,
lead him right to you?
even I'm recognizing mistakes and making my own runs. Okay, but we're not done. As you know, now we're dealing with the second part of the chase, which I think is the easier part. Honestly, this is probably the easiest chase of all of them.
This is insane.
So as soon as we get clear of this massive bobblehead, so hang on one second. My throat is really dry, guys. Okay. He's going to drop right behind us. If he is, I like to look at him. That way I can quick dodge him. Because he likes to full sprint at you and do that. Sometimes, very rarely, he doesn't. He stops right before he's going to punch you to shoot a rocket launcher at you. You just gotta be cautious. You just gotta watch him. Is my best advice for that section.
Carlos,
See, so I already made mistakes on each of the Nemesis chases.
Hey, you saved my ass first. You're
Now,
a hell of a lot braver
so,
than me.
as you can see, even I'm still practicing parts of this game.
What matters is that we can get everyone out
But-
of the city now.
Yeah. Hey, you'll be safe.
It's okay. Now we're going on to the Carlos section.
What about you?
Not from the sound of it. I won't be catching the train.
Why not?
No, there'll be new orders.
And
If
35
it means I
minutes
can help save the city,
to get through that.
it's fine by me.
Okay. So now we're through the whole getting us over here. Honestly, I think the hardest part of the game is that whole first 35 minutes. I think it's the hardest part. The only part I would say is harder is the final Nemesis fight.
All right.
But
Keep your head screwed on, Romeo. This is the police station.
that
You sure?
is not to the very end,
Looks like a cemetery to me.
which we will get to when we get there. Okay.
Come get some!
Ignore him. Okay, because we're playing on Inferno and Nightmare, he does not drop the Stars badge. Because you actually cannot kill him because he's used in another event here. Instead, you're going to run to here, which you may recognize this room as the room where we start the Resident Evil 2 B-run at. It's right here. That's where the Stars badge is located on Nightmare and Inferno. Now he's going to notice us here, so we're going to go ahead and just stun him. Like that. And just run by him.
Where'd that cop go?
Don't know, don't
And
care. We got a job to...
that's our extra inventory space that we purchased. We're going to go ahead and give
Our
it to
intel's
Carlos.
still worth a damn, then bars
Get
in
rid
the
of the
Stars
pistol,
office.
Samurai's Edge, and take out the Iron Defense and Assault Coins.
Let's find him and take him into custody.
Custody? I thought this was a rescue.
And now we just gotta wait for this part to play out.
Carlos, take a look at this. I've located the Stars office. Remember, Bard had access to Umbrella's darkest secrets. He knows we'll try to keep him under our thumbs.
Okay.
So this search and rescue mission is really more like find and detain. Right. Good to know.
I'll open the shutter so you can get through.
You stay here and find out what's been going on here at the station.
Call you if I find anything. Hey!
Okay. Now we're through that cutscene. Now the reason I get that STARS badge is it's going to give us more assault rifle ammo. And more importantly, this very nifty upgrade to have as Carlos, which is the scope, which is just going to dramatically increase the accuracy of the assault rifle, as you can see. Okay.
What the hell was that thing?
So as you remember me mentioning, the general is to react, not proact, as I like to say, to the lunging. This is especially true as Carlos with his shoulder slam. So this guy, what I do is I actually walk up to him and I let him lunge and I shoulder slam him. Sometimes I'm a little off on it and I get grabbed, but you can't just run by him and try to shoulder slam. It never works.
Here we go.
See? Now run, ignore the liquor, bash this guy. Just use your shoulder slam, and it's a flashbang here. And then we can just run away from him. Just like that.
T, you copy? There's something real.
So through this door is going to be what I like to call a massacre. We're going to have to kill a lot. Like, I mean, you're going to have to kill a lot. All of it. Because they will follow. You have to come back through here with a liquor. And I would rather not have to do that with all these guys. Okay, just go ahead and kill all. Don't worry so much about your ammo as Carlos. You're not going to have any NES problems. Just make sure you do at least take a little bit of your time to aim and don't just waste bullets. Now this locker, exact same as Resident Evil 2, is 9-15-7. It's the exact same locker in the police station as it was, so it's the exact same combination. And it gives us the exact same item, extra inventory space. I like little small details that games do, like that. So there's going to be one more zombie. Okay. Generally 2 shots will drop him, and a 3rd shot to kill him.
Kind of fucked up shooting.
And
cops.
how you know you killed him is when Carlos says that, kind of fucked up shooting cops. That's how you know he's dead. If Carlos does not say that, he's not dead. Now there's some extra ammo in here in the dark room, which is why I went in there to grab it. And now we're going to head to the 3rd story.
Carlos, the STARS office is up ahead.
The reason is there's an
Copy
item
that.
menu up here, so you have to go up here. This part's not optional. This guy, kill. 1, 2, 3. And here's the item you need, this key. I'm going to kill this guy because, optional again, that box, hold on, DCM, to open this, just like in Resident Evil 2, that box is random what it will give you. It gave me assault rifle ammo, it might not give you assault rifle ammo, it might give you a herb, it might give you handgun ammo, it might give you one of those 3. Okay. As soon as you get to the bottom of these stairs, stop and walk. As you can see, there's a liquor. Hug the right side and use the key on this and walk through. Okay. Here, 104. 104 is the only one required you must do. 106 is going to give you more ammo. 109 will give you a hand grenade. 104 you must do. You need the battery. It's going to activate this guy. Okay? And now, coming through this door in a moment, is Zombified Brad. That's why you can't kill him in this one, because he's always supposed to show up right here. Select the very first zombie in the police station before the very first licker down that hallway that we just waited to shoulder slam. We're going to do the exact same thing here. But I screwed it up. But if you screwed it up, you're fine. Because we're using the defense coin. Zombified Brad's actually one of the weaker hitting zombies. So he's not going to do too much damage to you. Even if you're playing without the defense coins, I think he still only would drop you to caution. So this is Cap, just like Resident Evil 2. It gives us a flashbang. So, on the other side of this is a whole bunch of zombies we're going to have to kill. There's going to be one right here on the left. You want to wait here. Let me reiterate that. Wait.
It sucks to be popular.
Because there's a pale head in here.
Take a number.
There's also a licker, which for some reason he heard me even though I was walking. I'm not sure why.
This will take.
So what I'm going to do is explain it real quick, and I'm going to show that whole section again.
It sucks to be popular. One at a time, take a number. This asshole. Again.
Take some time. Look around, see if you can find anything useful.
But I don't know what happened there, if I'm being totally honest. I maybe it's because the door was open and I was shooting at the pale head. Okay. And now we're done at the RPD, and we're going to go back to Jill.
Am I the only one who made
This is when we're going to do the next Nemesis fight. Now, because we skipped a grenade launcher in the sewers, this is where it's going to appear. Now, interesting fact you may or may not know, here's the grenade launcher by the way, is if you open that note I just saw, apparently it has been tested that it reduces the health of the stage 3 Nemesis, the Nemesis we're about to fight, by about 10%. And it lowers your because it lowers your AD. We're going to bring out this. So we only need one heal. Just shotgun ammo, handgun ammo, grenade launcher with, we don't need explosive rounds, with mine rounds. Okay. This is where we make our second save. Okay. Now, stage 2 Nemesis, which we're about to fight. Just run straight through all this. Nothing will get you if you just don't stop running. Stage 2 Nemesis is probably the one of the easiest Nemesis, I'd say, depending on how the first one went for you. The way we did the first one's always the easiest. The second one is not that bad. Now start with your grenade launcher with the flame rounds loaded. Second Nemesis, there's only one attack you need to worry about, and that's pounce. Pretty much just wait till he is swinging before you dodge. So, like that. That's the pounce I was telling you about. Now, as soon as he roars like that, that means he just entered stage 2. Correction, when he roars like that, you've just entered stage 2. So now you want to switch your grenade launcher to the mine rounds. And so put it in a wall so he just runs into it.
I'm gonna kill you.
And now you shoot this exposed part. And that's really all there is to this fight. And I'm using the pistol. Now I'm using the pistol there because if you are reloading, you cannot activate a quick dodge. And he's dead.
Carlos, you still there?
See how easy that was. Oh, I didn't mean to quit. That was weird.
You're gonna crap out on me now?
Didn't mean to do that. I'm not sure what. See, if you head over here, there's a lot more shotgun ammo. And herb, if you need it. But we are good to go. And now we're coming up to the second Carlos section, which is the hospital.
It'll be okay.
So,
I promise. Tyrell.
this section, not that bad. Stop, walk. As you guessed it, there's a liquor,
Time for this.
which Carlos distinctly shouts, and the liquor decides to ignore it. Lucky us. Alright, once you get through this door,
Welcome to the office
you're going
of
to
the
grab this.
Captain
Now we can also discard.
Nathaniel R.
We can discard this.
Please state your business
Pick up that
clearly
tape recorder,
into
you're gonna
your
need it.
intercom.
When we get through this door, go ahead and kill all these guys, including her. Alright, now, run over here, run away, trigger her. That way, when we run to get, when we put the key card in here, she doesn't get us. And now we're going to head upstairs. She knows we're a little low in handgun ammo, but it's okay, we have plenty of assault rifle ammo. I like to use the handgun when dealing with situations like that, so I can save the assault rifle for more urgent situations. So now we're going to run straight, you're going to jump down this yellow tape. Before you jump over these stairs, once again this is optional, but if you want it, there's a tactical grip, which reduces the recoil on your gun. So another way to slightly increase your accuracy. Okay. There is a green herb back there. We can't pick it up. I'm electing not to, because I know I'm not going to need it. Okay, now, because we're playing on Inferno, this also applies to Nightmare. Our second lap through here, one of those regenerator, like scythe-looking things, is going to be coming at us from there, like right behind us. You can hear it right now. I'm going to run to the safe room. And I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to grab this. Now I heard him run off to the right. Now, we don't have to deal with him. Okay. Kill him. And him. And her. That way, when we come back out here, not all three of them aren't going to be activated. Far left locker. Far left locker. Nothing in those lockers, and there's just a dead body in there. It's going to try and give you a jump scare. Okay. Now we're going to have to deal with a regenerator who's going to come through this. So how am I going to handle this? That's how. That's how I'm going to deal with that one. Make sure you're walking, because, guessed it, there's a looker. This safe combination is just 9, 3. Yeah, it's just 2. This is another upgrade. It's going to give our assault rifle 64 shots per clip. At the right side, as soon as you get here, it's going to activate. That's when you sprint. And you can just sprint right through. You're good. Pale head coming through here. I'm just going to kill him. That way, he doesn't chase me all the way through here. Now I'm going to equip this grenade. And it pretty much will guarantee you that those are dead. Easy. Very easy. now, just gonna run here because see that guy's waiting for us. Just really quickly to that, and you can just completely skip that Edward Scissors Hands, almost like guy. Call him Edward Scissors Hands because they had scissors hands. The fact that I had to explain that makes me feel really dumb. Okay. So run left. This is optional. However, I decided to do it just to show you this. A, ammo. B, flashbangs and grenades. And I'll just wait for this door to bust open. It's gonna stun all those guys. And once again, that box is random to what it will have in it. And now we can use the tape recorder and go ahead and discard these things.
All I wanted
do
to
not
know was
need.
what the documents were doing in your office in the first place.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm goddamn Nathaniel Bard. I'm the best biologist you'll ever meet.
Okay, see now we have like close to 500 rounds in our assault rifle. We are set with that.
Tyrell, Bard's dead.
And there's still even more right here. And now we have another cutscene. We can go ahead and skip this.
Is it here?
And get the vaccine. Didn't discard that apparently, so discard that.
All right, Joe. Hang tight.
And now we are pretty much done with the hospital. We just have
I got it.
one part left to run by, which is pausing this real quick. The mob is about to spawn. We're going to run by. There's a 50-50 chance he's going to chase you down the hallway. If he chases you down the hallway, you just got to be quick to getting into the room, but making sure when you get to the door we're about to go to afterwards that you stop and walk through so you don't activate the licker. This guy. It sounds like he's going to chase us. I accidentally ran through. But we're okay. I made a mistake, but
You're gonna be okay.
it's fine. Even if this was no assault coins, you'd still be alive after that. And now we're going to give Jill that, and we're going to defend
Better grab some gear.
her.
Sounds like there's a lot of them out there.
I'm gonna try to...
Okay. General rule here, headshots with the pistol. Use the assault rifle when you need to.
Okay. Now the fun shit begins.
Headshots, the reason I say that is headshots will one-shot these guys. Now if you start getting overwhelmed, that's what these generators are for. Now if you can't headshot them, I'll show you, 2 body shots is generally enough to drop these guys. And there's a bunch of ammo lying around, so there's even more over here. And, well, we're ahead right now. If you're fast enough, you can't shoot them outside the window and kill them before you can get in here. Now, if you shoot them once in the head while they're crawling through the window, they're going to finish their animation and then just die. Make sure you keep your distance because even though this is the weaker zombies, they still behave like the Inferno zombies and will lunge at you from like halfway across the room almost if you get too close. Other than that, it's just really basic holding these guys off. This is why we stockpiled assault rifle ammo.
Oh, come on.
Okay, now equip the grenade.
Find the breaker. It must be somewhere.
Come through right here. Have it ready. Go ahead and toss it. Now, he said find the breaker. Optional. You do not have to turn the breaker on to finish this event. In fact, turning the breaker on actually increases your AD by like 420. So, if you're looking to keep your AD low, don't do it. If you are looking to keep it up, it's right there. Now soon, you're going to have to start dealing with some face huggers. And zombies start getting a little tougher once you get on phase 2 of this. You're going to need to start having to do like 2 headshots to kill them. There he is. Now, as soon as the first face hugger shows up, that is your cue to take a defensive position behind the desk. Now, the reason you do this is one of those like scissorhand looking guys is going to come through. And if you're back here, it's going to give you a much better line of sight to see where he's going to come from. And it's going to force him to either come from here or here, so you have much less room you have to guard for yourself. With the assault coins, honestly. Yeah, see? And you can use that generator as he's running by to stun him. And then you'll be good to go. Okay. Now they're all breaking through. I missed one of them. But that's okay. Just gotta try and clear him out. You can throw a flashbang, you can kill him. And now we just gotta hold out for 20 seconds. See, we got a face center in there. That doesn't always happen, but hey, there we're through. Very easy section. Okay, and now as Jill, we are back as her. And this is where we will be making our third save. Go ahead and look at our time. Our time is 1 hour and 2 minutes and 52 seconds. We are well ahead of where we need to be for an S rank. We are probably going to be done in about half an hour, 25 minutes or so. So about 1 hour and a half game time. If you're sitting at my time, great. You're sitting at 1 hour 20, plenty of time. If you're sitting at like 1 hour 30 or higher, I would consider going back to whatever your last save was and just whittling that time down. but that's up to you. Just understand it's going to be about half an hour to get through this, and a lot of that time could actually be on the last boss of this game, as he is really no joke. Alright, so you don't need a grenade launcher or that, but what you do want to bring out, I'm sorry, the lockpick, don't need heal. You do want to bring out the grenade launcher actually, and you're going to want to bring out one explosive round. Oh yeah, and tip about the grenade launcher, to reload it quicker, hit the reload key, like the swap key, which is E, and then switch to another weapon, and then swap back and be instantly reloaded. Okay. Walk through this door. The liquor is still there. And this is why we need a lockpick. We gotta get through this door. Okay. And now you can run. As we are coming up on the final section of this game, which is the Nest 2, as it's referred to. Gunpowder. Random what you're gonna get. There is a pale head here. Your choices are to either shoot him, which I'm just gonna do, or dodge him. I'm just gonna shoot him for the sake of this guy, because there's a chance he's gonna do a super 180 and just grab you and damage you regardless. The pale heads, is what they're actually called, are the fastest moving enemies in the game. They're incredibly fast, incredibly difficult to dodge. And so my general consensus is, if you can, take them out. Okay. So now, coming up on the power fuse part. The reason we bought the grenade launcher is there's actually a sewer monster of all things up here that we have to deal with. Along with, that is Nikolai, along with this palehead, which we will look at in just a moment. So as soon as he goes out, we're going to watch that palehead.
I respect your tenacity.
You're going to make a beeline straight to this control panel while he comes down.
You think this is over?
Now look at him. What is he doing? Mine's getting up. So I'm going to kill him. There is a slight chance that he's going to be a crawler. If he's a crawler, you can just ignore him if you want. Or you can simply take him out like I just did. The choice is yours, but I would generally ignore him if he was a crawler, because he's going to be incredibly slow. And there's usually ammo in there, but there's not always. Pull out your grenade launcher with the one explosive round, as we're going to use it on that guy right there. Now he's dead. Instead of plague dogs, you get a sewer monster. Alright, so this particular zombie, you're going to dodge on his left. There's a slight chance, though, he's just going to sit there and with his thumb up his ass and do nothing, and then decide to randomly lunge at you right he's about to go into the passageway. Which he's not going to do this one. So we're just going to dodge him.
No, wait.
And now we're through that. Okay. So we're not going to go through this door first. We're instead going to go down this way. And we're going to collect the other fuse. And all that. So down here, for those who played it on hardcore, will know that both of these crate things are filled with zombies. Not the case in Inferno. Only one of them is, but it's filled with a sewer monster and plague dogs, which you just heard come from that one. There's actually nothing in this one, which I find a little interesting, but that's just the way it is. Now, as soon as you get this one, that one's going to open. Just make a beeline to the ladder. Just ignore everything and run straight to the ladder. Once you have started the ladder animation, it cannot be pulled off of it by the super monster. Okay, we are just going to clear out this room in here because we can. There we go. As you see, our inventory is full, but that's okay. If you just go in here, now we can clear it up, get with the grenade launcher and this extra ammo, and what we're actually going to bring out is one grenade. Great. Okay. Now once we grab this fuse, one of those big guys is going to spawn right here. Hug the left side, just run straight. And that happens. Alright. Now equip the grenade. Now, if you did not kill the Palehead because he was a crawler, he's probably going to be right around this general location. Just locate him so you don't actually jump on top of him. Now with your grenade equipped, as soon as these guys start getting up, it's not going to kill all of them, but it's going to stagger them long enough for you to just get straight to here. And as soon as you do that, you click this button, they won't attack you anymore.
Shit, he got away.
Right here,
What was he
let's go
doing?
grab this. It's the upgrade to the Magnum. Might as well grab it. Alright, now we're going to get a cutscene.
This way.
And now we're going to be with Tyrell.
We'll find the vaccine up ahead.
Now this hallway, as many people know who play this game, will not let Jill run. You only can walk. There is a way to combat this, and that is to just quick dodge. You can keep up with Tyrell.
Sure you don't need to stop?
Stop and do what? I got your back.
All right, let's get this done.
Okay. And now we're at pretty much the end of the game. We have very little left to do. We still have the 2 Nemesis fights, and that's pretty much the big thing left to do. So let's go upstairs first. On the left, when you get around this first corner, it's going to be a zombie. And it's going to be a Palehead. Now, if you're concerned about shotgun ammo, I cannot guarantee it's going to give you shotgun ammo. Did not for me, but it might. Alright, now we're going to head just straight to the right. We're going to grab our override key. Go ahead and skip the cutscene. We are not doing a story run, so you guys don't care about that. And we'll come when we come back through here later. We'll pick up the other stuff. For now, we're going to leave it. But we're also going to hit the item box because there's an item I want to bring out for a very particular situation. There's also a big one right there. We don't need any more handgun ammo. And we don't need this, and we don't need that. Bring out this grenade. And if you're worried about it, just max out your shotgun ammo. Okay. Now we're going to use this override key.
Override complete.
This guy's going to fall. Kill. Same with this guy. Alright, pull out your pistol. 1, 2, 3. Just make sure she's dead. Boom. Now we got our very first of the 2 formulas we need.
be able to use this to synthesize the vaccine.
Alright. Now, he did not follow us up the stairs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knock him down. I do not need to kill him. This one right here, you need to kill him. Well, you don't need to kill him. You should kill him. The reason I say you want to kill him, ignore him, is because when you come back through here, he's actually just going to be camping at the door waiting for you. And if you go through that door, he's automatically grabs you. And it's going to be especially a problem with the other palehead facehugger coming up behind us. As you can see, there's some Mr. X's different. So glad you don't have to fight Mr. X's. Plural. I mean, remember how scary he was in the second game. Alright. Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Shotgun. Lay them all out. Okay. Now, combine these.
Yeah, this looks like I could be using vaccine development.
Okay. Now we're going to equip the grenade. Because, you guessed it, when we go back through there, we're going to have to fight some stuff. Not Mr. X, though. Instead, we're going to have to fight some of these. 5 to be exact. So 2 are going to spawn right here. Oops. One more. I'm going to loop around. Yep, just try to kill him as best you can while dodging their attack. The palehead is right there. Locate him, shotgun him. Remember, we left one guy alive, which there he is. So I'm just going to stun him. We do not need to hit the item box because there's no more enemies for us to kill, and it's going to be another item box for us just up ahead. You notice I am a little slow in shotgun ammo. It's okay. And the reason it's okay is there's going to be plenty coming up here in a moment.
To begin vaccine synthesis, place the materials in the chamber.
Alright, so this is the second puzzle you must solve, and it's really easy. It is medium, high. Done. Yeah. The puzzles are a lot easier in this one than they were in 2. Okay. So now we're about to go deal with Stage 3 Nemesis. The only dangerous thing about Stage 3 Nemesis that I will warn you about is even with the iron defense coins, if you get hit by his pounce, it's an instant kill. Instant kill. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so definitely bring out your grenade launcher. And we're going to bring out all of our shotgun ammo. And we're going to bring out an extra thing of flame rounds and 1 heal just in case I get damaged. Oops. I'm actually going to discard that because I don't want that. And now we're going to make our 4th save. Okay, so start with the grenade launcher equipped.
What in God's name is this place?
So before we get to the fight, which is right down there, as you can see, those little red things. Shut up. When he's running around the ring, like this part, when he lands one of these tanks, that's what you need to shoot to get him down quickly so he doesn't pounce on you. 2, when he jumps up and summons the zombies into the wave, 4 are going to come at you now instead of just like 2 or 3. Also, in that mix, on every other wave, is going to be 1 palehead. Other than that, he does all the exact same attacks he did. Make sure you dodge his pounce. If you do not dodge his pounce, even with the iron defense coins, you die. It's an instant death, regardless. Make sure that is the pounce attack I told you about. If that hits you, you die.
Jill, is that you?
Okay, I'm going to reload. Now, while he's doing his thing, you can't damage him right now, so don't even worry about it. And I'm going to take one of these out. All while keeping eyes on the Nemesis. Make sure you keep an eye on him and the zombies around the field.
He's hiding behind tank one. Now, rip that fucker apart.
As you can see, there they are. You can actually use the Nemesis to kill these. Not doing it, so I'm just going to ignore them.
Here comes some more.
Here's the palehead.
Number 3.
I was a little slow there.
Yeah.
Honestly, the grenade launcher is just the best weapon to use against him. And shotgun ammo is right there. The shotgun ammo is right there. That's the fight. Let's see. And we're through.
Nikolai, where did you?
It's just all about being aware of your surroundings and making sure to dodge the
I have
pounce
to get
attack
that vaccine back.
more than anything. Okay. Okay. Guys. Here comes the hardest fight in the game. That will make or break your run. I kid you not. It's so we're going to combine all of these because we want all this magnum ammo. This juicy magnum ammo is going to be good to have. Okay. And bring out all your heals. So we have 4, which is going to be plenty. And there's even another one right here. So let's bring that too. And save. Okay. I am now going to cut and show you an example of all of his attacks so you can get a basis of it before we do the fight. Alright, so as promised, I said we're going to go into a little deep dive in this fight. So here we go. I'm going to be jumping around in the video and pausing a lot as we go into what's going to happen. So, jump so far. So as soon as this fight starts, go here, do a quick turn. You're going to activate by clicking this, and I like to run to here. All right, you didn't actually get to see it there, but what he always does is he lifts his two arms up, and he just is going to swing at you. If you just run straight back and forth, he'll never hit you. So, and just run straight back to the gun, and even if he's in an animation, I should pause real quick. When you pick the gun up, the animation is gone when you exit it. So as you watch, he's no longer swinging at me. So now you can just shoot. And we're going to enter phase two. So phase two, either side works. You can run to here as I'm going left, or you can run to the far right corner as there's going to be. So back up just a second. What I was going to do is grab the ammo and the health there, but I heard him swinging, so I want to look at him. 9 out of 10 times, if you run to one of these back corners, this is the first attack he's going to do, where he's just going to pound the ground with his fists and come at you. So if you're moving like I am here, you can dodge it. Now just remember, as soon as he lifts up his hands to start quick stepping, so he doesn't hit you. Sometimes this last party attack, as you just watched, he won't even actually target where you're standing with it. He just completely miss you. But always be in the habit to get ready to quick dodge it in case he does. Now, oh, another thing I should mention is as soon as phase two of this fight starts, these puzzling things pop up which you need to shoot to kill. You gotta wait till the first attack is over before you damage them because they just don't break. I don't know why they don't. They just don't. So wait till his first attack is over before you start shooting these. So we're going to play this out. All right, here comes his next attack. So this is attack is you can always tell it's going to start with this arm, his right, his left, our right, as he's going to swing once upper hand, he's going to try to pounce on you. So it's going to be 3 waves. 1, dodge. Next hand is going to be a slow pounce on top of you, dodge. And then the third one, as you're watching right here, is almost immediately after the second one lands. So as soon as you got characters back up, right, you just dodge again. And then you can do your right click, the aim, to lock onto one of these push things and shoot. All right? Now he's going to roar. So this is his roar attack. What it does is just like with the Nemesis, as he gets too close, he's going to try and stun you. As soon as this roar animation wears off, he's going to attack. So you get, and there's 2 attacks you can do. He can do the one we just saw a moment ago, or he can do a new one. So let's watch and see which one he's going to do. So he's going to do the exact same one he did just previously. So exact same thing. Dodge, slower attack, dodge, immediately dodge, out. 3. That one's always going to be in a wave of 3. So you're going to do that. All right. Now once you kill all these the first time, he's going to go down. Now you might not be on the right side here. You might be on the left side. You should always go to whichever one's closer. Now, if you're on the right side I would always start with the back one because that's the hardest one to get to. So I'm going to get rid of this one first, which is what I'm going to do. Hey, see how fast he gets back up. And pretty much you're going to do that 3 times. Now, when you enter phase 2, all the same attacks are going to be there, but they're going to be slightly sped up. So we can just go ahead and, to right here. So this is the swipe. So he's going to start this attack on whichever side of him you are on. So you see he's starting with his left arm, which is our right. As you can see on position, this is his middle. I'm on this side, so he's always going to start here. So he's going to swipe once. I see if my cursor is this way. You dodge it by going this way. Then he's going to swipe with the other arm. If you're on this side, you don't need to worry about this one. And then he's going to swipe one more time after this one, which you dodge again. And then he's going to immediately follow it up with 2 possible different outcomes of attack. So let's just go and play this out. Dodge. Now this is the end. So I actually kind of skipped too far ahead. So I'm actually going to back up a second. We'll go back to like right here. So here it is. Dodge. Now, I took a shot there because I'm comfortable with this. If you're not comfortable with that, just don't risk it. Especially when you're first starting out in this fight, you definitely want to be patient. And also, this green gas that shoots out, you got to be careful because if it touches you, it would actually stagger you, preventing you from being able to quick dodge. And you see his arms coming right here. So if I get hit by this, this is going to hit me, which is why I ran away from it. Now I knew this swipe was coming, so here we go, dodge. Now here comes a brand new attack we haven't seen yet. So he's going to lift his hand up like this, and now he's just going to chain attack like really fast consecutively. Now this is a trick attack, as it's going to chain between anything to 4 to 7 times, is what I've seen so far. So what you do is you got to chain dodge, but in between each dodge you got to take one step. And the reason for that is when his chain ends, he's going to delay the attack to try to get you to quick step to make you miss. So let's go ahead and watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see. That's how you handle it. So you just got to be extra careful because that one was only 4, but if you get that right, it might be 7. So as soon as after he does that last one where he waits before he attacks, that's when you have an opportunity to shoot. So, and now he's going to do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing. And then now we're going to get rid of this one because we were closest to it. So he's going to chain that sometimes. Now his attacks are random what he's going to do. Now you can bait out some attacks actually based on how close you are to him. Now we're entering phase 3 of the fight. So phase 3, he's still going to be doing all the exact same stuff, but now it's going to be sped up a lot. So you got to be even quicker on your reactions as we continue this. So as you can see, here comes a swipe, which I accidentally got hit by. But if you're using defense coins, when you learn this fight, taking one hit won't kill you. Especially in that situation, you're fine. If you get hit by the combo attacks, like before the combo ends, that will still kill you because you take 3 hits in a row. Will kill you with the defense coins. But just make sure you're being patient. So now we know another attack is coming right now. So that's pretty much the basis of how to do this fight. And see, now entering this where he's going to do this pound attack. Just make sure you're watching his arms because you can use this, as you can kind of see, to both angling. So I know his fists are right here. That's how I know that's going to be where his impact point is going to be. So I know how to dodge that. Same thing with this one is just to get out of the way and quick dodge it. Now, that attack you just saw was actually the one he starts to fight with when you run to the corner. We got a better look at it there. I always quick dodge as soon as he does the pound because sometimes he's actually going to target you where you are and when he pounds, and sometimes he won't. So always just be prepared that and assume that he is going to just hit you where you're standing. All right. And see, now he's going to do this attack again. So watch how I handle it. He still didn't hit me where I was standing, which is a 50-50 chance he did, but I'm always treating it like he's going to. Now, so I'm going to finish this off. All right. Now look right here. I'm out of ammo. Now you initial instinct like I gotta reload. But you notice I'm not reloading here because if I put myself into a reload animation, I'm not going to be able to dodge. And I know an attack's coming, so I'm going to hold off. And he's going to do this again. Now I'm going to reload and finish it off. Now you get all 3 of them down. The rest of this fight is just making back to the gun without getting hit. So as you see, as the way I'm running, I know it's over here. I'm looking at him because I don't want to accidentally get hit by a combo attack at the very end of this fight. I'm like literally 2 or 3 seconds away from winning it and dying because I lost focus. but I knew he wasn't going to hit me, and now the fight is officially over, and it's done. And that is essentially the fight right there. It is the hardest fight in the game, by far. It is quite frustrating to learn. Now, I'm showing you the best I can. There's a few things I didn't show you. For instance, if you get too close to him, he's actually going to do a different attack. But you should never be that close to him because it's just going to make dodging him almost impossible. And blowing up those spheres and stuff, those puzzling orb looking things that close can just cause all sorts of problems. So keep your distance. Also, make sure that you're not getting too greedy pushing in those red things that you just saw me doing, like right here. All right. Never try to go for 2. If you try to go for 2, you'll die. You very much will die. So don't do that. The only way you can go for 2 is if you do a chain thing as soon as you drop him and you quick dodge into one of these. Then you can, but that's a really advanced tactic, which I would not recommend doing, especially in your first time. Be slow and be patient, and you will get through this. And all right, now we're going to go cut to the fight in real time so you can kind of see it happening. Okay, now that we've seen it, we understand everything that can go wrong in this fight. We're going to attempt to do it. I'm going to attempt to narrate it a little, but there are parts I'm going to use stop. So obviously we're going to go over here first. I'm going to grab this. And trigger. So you cannot actually damage him until after this first attack is done. Now I can.
Did you? How about some more?
Just make sure you dodge, dodge, dodge. Hopefully he doesn't do this, because then it makes it really difficult to try and dodge. Fortunately, we're able to recover. Okay. After we get the first phase done, we're going to swap to the magnet. Now, note, if you take a hit, but you're able to recover, make sure you heal, otherwise the next hit will kill you. Patience is honestly the best thing I can tell you to do. Especially in those 2 attacks you just chained in a row. Because that last one, he's trying to psych you out to get you to chain dodge so he can hit you.
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
But if you're using the defense coins, you can survive a single hit. It's like how I just kind of ran into that. All about patience. As you can see, I kind of... Now, once you get all 3 of these down, the fight is over. Okay? Just gotta make sure not to get hit on your way.
I am sick of your shit.
Okay, now the fight is officially over. As we made it through. As you can see, not even I am perfect at this fight, so I still messed up on his swipe attack, which is honestly the easiest attack of them all to dodge. Just learning all of his fights, patterns of when to dodge and when not to dodge is how you will get through that. That fight is quite frustrating to learn. Seeing it, this is the one time I'm really going to iterate this. Seeing it is completely different than trying it yourself. Alright, I practice it a lot. I'm still not perfect at it. And that's all I can iterate is really just practice. Practice, 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 practice. You're going to get frustrated. Most likely you will, because I did a little bit the first time when I was learning him, especially on Inferno. So just take a break if you get frustrated. Come back. You saved right before him. So just do that, and just keep trying. You will get it. It took a while. It will take a while. And this is where most of your time in the run is going to come to. I would just shoot Nikolai, and now the run is up. That's where most of your time is going to be spent, really, is learning him. Now, a trick if you don't want to lose time is you can actually exit to the main menu and reload back at your last save. It'll load into the game what your time was when you saved so you can keep your S rank. So as you can see, we did an hour 25 minutes. So we were 35 minutes away from the time with the 5 saves and 0 deaths. Not a perfect run. As you saw, we messed up a bit of the Nemesis at the beginning with the first chase. Wasn't a perfect stage 4 Nemesis and things like that. It's okay to make mistakes. That's the purpose of this. I hope this helps. Leave any comments you want in about or anything like that. Yeah, anything else you have trouble in so I can address. There will be another guide coming out for this one. It's going to be about how we're going to do Resident Evil 3 Inferno with an S rank without the use of any shop items. So it's going to be essentially like doing an S plus run from Resident Evil 2, just Resident Evil 3 style. So good luck, everybody. I hope this helps, and happy Nemesis hunting.